Hi everyone, my name's Ty, and I would like to share with you a story about my decision to leave the gay lifestyle and follow Christ. And I believe that much of the Christian lifestyle is God revealing truth, and then us lining ourselves up with that truth. And from about the age of 10, I believed that I was gay. And everything seemed to fit that profile. I've definitely fit the stereotype. The way I walked and talked and dressed, acted, the things I liked, the things I disliked, all of those things seemed to really line up with that stereotype. And from early on, people saw that in me, and I saw that in myself, and I was attracted to men, and so I just felt that that's how I was made. And people told me, well, people are born that way, and so that was what I believed. I believed that God had made me gay, and so if God made me that way, then that was the way that I was going to live. And so at age 17, I had pretty much accepted the fact that I was gay, and wasn't necessarily something that I chose, but I was willing to accept it and live in accordance with that, and I was okay with that. I had come to peace with that. And so I dove into the gay lifestyle, just expecting to find everything that I had always hoped to find. I felt like I had found my niche in the gay community, and felt like I found great friends, amazing boyfriends. My friends were really, honestly, incredible, great guys, and my boyfriends they treated me really well. And so I had found everything that I had always hoped I would find, but my heart was just not satisfied. And so I just reasoned that I just needed to find the right guy. And so I kept searching, and I went from partner to partner, from boyfriend to boyfriend. And what started out as monogamous relationships turned into me just honestly just giving myself to whoever would give me some attention, and whoever would satisfy my heart just even for a little bit. And I just progressively got emptier and lonelier, and just was really kind of confused, because I was going after everything that I thought that I wanted, and I was getting everything that I thought that I wanted, and yet my heart was still I just didn't have peace. And so I asked myself, why aren't you satisfied? And so I cried out to God for peace. And I'm not even sure really why I did cry out to God for peace, because I wasn't raised in a Christian home. And so, but I did, and God absolutely honors a heart cry, a humble heart cry for help. And I didn't ask God to change my sexuality. I thought that was impossible, and I didn't even really want to. I didn't really necessarily want to be straight. I didn't think it was possible, and most of the straight men that I knew were jerks, to be honest. And so I wasn't really interested in becoming straight, but I needed peace. And so God answered that prayer, and for the next 3 days, I experienced a peace that I can't even begin to describe to you. I remember I was in college at the time, and I remember walking around campus, just astounded at it, what is this? It was like a tangible peace that I had, and I can't even describe to you what that was like. It was just reaching deep into my heart, and finally, I felt peace. The Bible says that when anyone turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. And I wasn't sure what all this meant for my sexuality. And to be honest, I didn't necessarily care. I knew that I wasn't straight, and I wasn't trying to be. But I knew I didn't believe that the lifestyle lined up with Christianity. And so I just really began to seek God. I left the gay lifestyle, but I wasn't necessarily pursuing a heterosexual identity. I was just pursuing God. And He just showed me very clearly that that's not who He made me to be. He didn't make me gay. I wasn't born gay, and that wasn't the plan that He had for me. And so I just began to develop healthy relationships with other men, and I really just pursued God even more. And I just knew that I had to have more of God, because that the peace that he gave, my heart was just longing and yearning for, and I had to have more of that. And so that's what kept me searching and seeking, and kept me going after God. And as I developed those healthy relationships, and as I allowed God to satisfy that place in my heart that I tried to make men fill, really just the desire for men became less and less and less, and the obligation to live that lifestyle and to sleep with men for satisfaction, it just gradually just waned a lot. And so when I aligned myself up with that truth, I became free. And I can't even tell you how that happened. I just no longer felt obligated to live that lifestyle anymore, and I just found so much satisfaction in following Christ. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that one lie, just one lie, can keep you from fulfilling what God has for you. The one lie that I was born that way kept me from experiencing peace, kept me from experiencing God's love. It kept me from experiencing the fullness of life that Christ offers and promises to us. One lie would have kept me from getting married. I've been married for the last 5 years, and honestly, it's one of the most satisfying earthly relationships that I have. I'm so satisfied in my marriage, and really even more importantly than that, one lie could have kept me from knowing my Creator and experiencing His love, the way that He touches me so deeply. There's nothing like it. There's no substitute for it. And one lie could have kept me from that. And I'm so glad that I had people around me that, even though I was living that lifestyle, they loved me well, but they didn't celebrate a lie. And that's kind of like the big push now, is to celebrate that lifestyle and celebrate who you are. And I'm thankful that I didn't have people around me that celebrated a lie, that kept stealing and robbing and keeping me from knowing my Creator. And so that's basically it. There's a lot more details, but just wanted to share that with you, that don't believe the lie. God's always speaking a better word of you. Our culture and the world is always speaking a word over you, but God's speaking a better word, and it's your choice of what you believe, what truth you believe.